Welcome to my channel. My name is Akshara. If this is your first time here, and I create videos on beauty, wellness and lifestyle. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then subscribe to my channel and help us sister out. In today's video, I'm talking about something that I've really researched a lot on and something that has become very popular in the last year and a half, and that is acids in your skincare or an acid-based skincare routine. And before I proceed any further, I want to give a disclaimer. I am not a dermatologist, I'm not an esthetician, I am just somebody who has used and who has experimented with a lot of skincare over the years, and I have researched a lot on what works and what doesn't work. So I thought I'll just give you my 2 cents on it, and from that you can maybe figure out what can or what would or what could work for your skin. Now without any further ado, let's get started. So when we talk about acids in skincare routine, we are basically talking about 2 types of acids. One that work as chemical exfoliants and one that work as humectants. Now let's see what each of these do. Humectants are basically like magnets that attract moisture or water from the atmosphere into the skin. So they help in giving your skin a more youthful and a plump look. So if you're somebody who suffers with a lot of dehydration or with a lot of dryness or flaky skin, then humectant would really help you because they will attract moisture from the atmosphere. Some of the most commonly found humectants in skincare is glycerin, hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, glycol, peptides. So whenever you are buying a new product, always look at the ingredient list to see whether there are any humectants that are there. If you are somebody who has very oily but extremely dehydrated skin, humectants can do wonders for you because it helps in that dehydration, but it doesn't cause excess sebum production. Sebum is that ingredient that causes oiliness on your face. If you live in a more tropical climate, then humectants will do wonders for your skin because the atmosphere already has a lot of moisture and water. But if you live more in a drier area like I do, I stay in Pune, then it's always recommended to use a thicker moisturizer after you use a humectant so that your skin can absorb all the moisture from the layer of the moisturizer. Now, humectants are commonly found in many skincare products, but I personally like to use it in a serum stage. They just add a lot more moisture to the skin. Chemical exfoliators work to remove the dead skin layer that sits on top of your skin. So whenever a chemical exfoliator is used on the skin, they break down that glue that holds dead skin on the surface of your skin, and thereby that gives your skin a very young, youthful glow, and it makes your skin look very plump and fresh. I'm going to be talking about the most common chemical exfoliators that are there, what they help in, and what is something that you can pick up if you have a certain skincare concern that you're trying to overcome. So when we talk about chemical exfoliation, basically talking about 2 different types. One is an AHA or an alpha hydroxyl acid, and the other is a BHA or a beta hydroxyl acid. There are different AHAs and BHAs that target different skincare concerns, and I'm going to be talking about some of the most common ones that are found and what they do and how they can help your skin. AHAs provide a surface level exfoliation, and they're usually plant derived or naturally derived. Now talking about very commonly found AHA is glycolic acid. Glycolic acid is derived from sugarcane, and it helps in improving the appearance of spots, scars and wrinkles. And it also helps in improving the texture on your skin and giving your skin a radiant look. It is great for aging skin, So if you're somebody who suffers with wrinkles and so on, then glycolic acid will work wonders for you. And if you also are somebody who has large pores, then glycolic acid helps in shrinking pores as well. Now the great thing about glycolic acid is that it has very small molecules. So what it can do is it penetrates deeper into your skin. So it not only gives a surface level exfoliation, but it also gives a deeper exfoliation. The most suitable skin types which can really benefit from using glycolic acid is if you have very oily skin, if you have combination skin, and if you have normal skin. Now let's talk about another AHA which is very commonly known, that is lactic acid. Lactic acid is derived from milk, but however it is derived in a synthetic form. That is because in a natural form it is not very stable. Lactic acid works very similarly to a glycolic acid, but there are a few differences. Lactic acid is more moisturizing and is more nourishing than a glycolic acid. If you have very dry or dehydrated skin, then you can use lactic acid instead of a glycolic acid. Lactic acid has bigger molecules, so it doesn't penetrate very deep into your skin, and it gives a very nice surface level exfoliation. So if you are someone who suffers from acne spots or from wrinkles or some scars, then lactic acid will be a great ingredient for you, as it will not penetrate very deep into your skin but just treat the spots and the scars on the surface level. Lactic acid works wonders in improving lines and pigmentation on your skin. And if you are someone who has sensitive skin, then lactic acid is your BFF. So those were the two major AHAs. BHAs are nothing but salicylic acid, and if you are somebody who has had acne or who has acne, then salicylic acid is no new thing for you. You would know what it is. So salicylic acid is a great ingredient for anyone who suffers with acne scars, blackheads, whiteheads, anything like that. And because salicylic acid is all oil soluble, it is able to penetrate nice and deep into your skin. So it not only gives a surface layer exfoliation, but it also gives a deeper level, that is the underlayer exfoliation. It helps in unclogging and clearing your pores. And if you do have like a breakout or a new pimple that's coming on your skin, salicylic acid works great as a spot treatment. What does a spot treatment mean? Is that you're using it very specifically on that particular spot, just to target that area and not on the rest of your face. However, if you overuse salicylic acid, it can cause a lot of dryness on your skin, and hence it's mostly recommended for oily or for combination skin people to use salicylic acid. Personally, I get a lot of blackheads around my nose, so I like to use salicylic acid once or twice a week and clear out the blackheads on my nose. If you see any product that mentions for acne prone skin, just turn it around, look at the ingredients list. 95% chance salicylic acid is on it. Now that we have discussed about humectants, AHAs and BHAs, I'm going to talk about some things that you have to remember when you're using it. Number one, doesn't matter what your skincare routine is, if you're using any acid in your skincare, you gotta use an SPF. You gotta use a sunscreen, and the sunscreen has to be a minimum of SPF 30. It doesn't matter what your skincare routine is, whether you're going out, whether you're staying at home, whether you are like in a cave, it doesn't matter. If you are using acids in your skincare routine, you have to follow it up with a sunscreen the next day. Second, whenever you're using any acid in your skincare, because they're high potent product, it is possible that your skin starts to purge. What does this mean? It means that your skin will suddenly break out and there will be a lot of acne or pimples on one area of your skin. That happens because an acid goes into your skin and it pushes all of it out, and hence coming onto the surface level of your skin. With continuous use of the product, the purging will stop. So just because you see purging, don't be afraid and stop using the product. Continue using it, you will see the benefits. Third, patch test. So you need to patch test and see if your skin can handle it. You can just patch test a little bit on your face over here and a little bit on your neck over here, and see if your skin is able to handle it. Patch test it, wait for a couple of days, see if you're getting any reaction. If not, you can start using it. Fourth, layering. Layering your skincare is very, very important. Now, whenever you use these acids, you cannot combine, you can't use a glycolic acid and a salicylic acid. That is a recipe for disaster. So whenever you're using an AHA, use only an AHA. And when you're using a BHA, use only a BHA. Do not be combining both of these ingredients. Humectants, of course, can be used to add on to the AHA that you're using. For example, I like using glycolic acid as a toner first on your skin, and then I go in with the hyaluronic acid as a humectant. Talking about some common products that I have, that I used, which have AHAs, BHAs and humectants. The way of using a humectant is in form of a serum. This is the one by Ordinary. It is the hyaluronic acid 2% plus B5. This has concentrated hyaluronic acid plus vitamin B5, which is going to give you a nice boost of hydration. And you can also use a humectant in the form of a moisturizer. Again, this is a one by Dr. Sheth's. This has haldi and hyaluronic acid. Haldi in the form of an oil, so it has turmeric oil, and it has some ceramides, and it has hyaluronic acid. Now, talking about AHAs, this is the Ordinary's glycolic acid 7% toning solution. But now, whenever you see any AHAs in your serum or as a toner, it will always mention the percentage of the ingredient that is there in it. So, for example, this one that I just showed you has 7% glycolic acid. Another alternative is the one by Pixi, the Pixi Glow Tonic, that has 5% glycolic acid. So that is a great starter. And the Pixi Glow Tonic also has a few other ingredients. It works more holistically. So I would recommend using the Pixi Glow Tonic first. Let your skin get used to it, and then you can switch to the Ordinary one. Now, BHA or a salicylic acid, like this one, this is by Ordinary. This is the salicylic acid 2%. So I like to use this only on my nose and my chin where I get blackheads, and I use it as spot treatments once or twice a week. So the recommended use when you're just starting out is just once a week, and you have to gradually build up your skin's tolerance towards that particular product. If it's a humectant, you can use it once or twice a week when you're starting off with. Now, similarly for a BHA as well, you have to build up your tolerance into using a higher concentration of BHA. But I wouldn't recommend using a BHA more than that, because it's a very strong, concentrated ingredient when used in a serum form. So yeah, you build up tolerance and you can use it slowly in your skincare routine. So that was my 2 cents on using acids in your skincare routine and how you can start building up an acid-based routine. Hope this video was helpful to get you introduced into what kind of acids or what kind of exfoliators are good for your skin. Let me know if you have any questions. I would be happy to answer them in the comment section below. Like this video if you thought it was informative and educational. Share it with your friends, share it with your family. If someone is struggling with their skincare and needs an SOS to help them out. And subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.